I mean, I started, you know, drugs here and there in high school, but after I graduated, I guess, and moved, out, it got a little more consistent. I just felt really numb and apathetic. I did a lot of things that felt almost like out of my control just because I had, it's almost like I turned my feelings off.
I had two really awesome parents who did everything in their power to teach me, take me to church, encourage me to seek God, all that good stuff. However, like a lot of people, I did rebel when I was a teenager, made a lot of mistakes, so on and so forth. I met Donny when I was 20 years old. I had known him before that. Our friends dated and always tried to hook us up. It wasn't until I saw him at a party and I stalked him on Facebook and found him, and I lurked and lurked. And anyway, I got the courage to message him. And we started hanging out. The first time I ever met him, I just knew he was just so different than anyone I had ever met. I fell in love with Donny immediately. He probably didn't feel that way, but I knew right away. It took him time, but I knew when I met him. There was no question.
And basically we just grew from there. I mean, Stephanie, she's like a straight up just girl version of me. So, I mean, all the spooky stuff and, Halloween and movies, we like similar things. So she's like a spooky vampire girl. And I liked her, and, we were very different at first. Stephanie hardly talked, and I was really guarded too.
And things were pretty rough for a while there. We were both doing a lot of things to hurt each other. I think it's just what we were used to. We didn't know what a normal relationship should be like, and it's of no fault of our parents or anything like that. We were just two very broken people, and, we were just toxic to each other for a long time.
I got mixed up with another girl, and it was on my 23rd birthday, and this other girl contacted her.
The girl had told me, she sent me all the receipts, screenshots, all that. It was gross. But I knew I loved Donny, and I knew that wasn't who he was. I knew that he was dealing with some demons inside of him. I knew he had some issues, and that was the manifestation of it. That had to happen in our relationship for us to move forward. It sucks, and it is what it is. And that's when we really started saying we need something bigger than us.
That was like the turning point in my life where I just gave all of my issues, to God. I trusted that He, I finally trusted that He had power over my life. That I could say, take the sexual addiction, take the alcohol and the drugs, and I want you to just take it out of my life. Stephanie actually chose to forgive me, which was huge. That was also like a huge turning point. We actually started to, our relationship got a lot deeper.
It really turned our focus, and we realized that we needed to do something different to make it work. So, long story short, we started going to Unite, and I felt that time that I was just too dirty, I was too broken, and I was still living the same life. So I would go to church, I'd go to youth groups, and I did want to know God, and I tried. But that didn't happen for a long time, and that's just how my journey went. I think that God was still using those not so great friends and not so great environments and things like that to keep showing me that this isn't the life you need to live, and this isn't going to be your future or your forever. This is just now. And He used a lot of that pain and experience to help me seek Him.
As I got more involved, plugged into playing music for God and, a live city, that would just give me like pure joy. Like, I was taking what I used to do and using it for God. And I think that brushed off on Stephanie a little bit too. So I think her getting baptized, she wanted to put it out there.
All I can say is just that, all that pain and those dark times and loss of people that we loved and, hurting each other, all that stuff. It sucks, and it's dirty, and it's disgusting. But all of that ultimately is what led us to God and to each other and to where we are now.
So we got engaged. I took her on a motorcycle ride to a park, and I got some fried chicken from A&W, and I put the ring in a bottle of this spooky witch's brew wine, and I put the ring on a A&W chicken finger. And she went to go eat it, and she saw the ring, and that's how I proposed to her.
We try to do our little devotionals, or we try to wake up early with each other and read our little Bible plans and things like that. But we forget, just like everybody else. Sometimes you sleep in, stuff happens. But just making those little changes and little alterations to our life has really helped us keep focused on God. One of the things that I do is keep Christian radio on in the car. I still love my radio rap and all of that good stuff. And if you drive down the street next to me, you'll probably see me singing my heart out of key to my daughter in the back seat. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. My baby's probably crying about it, but that's what we do.
Like I said, when I was younger, I was apathetic. For a while there, I had no human feelings. It seemed like it all. And now I look at my kids, and they can be upset for the smallest thing, and it just breaks my heart. So my advice to anyone in a similar situation is to ask God for strength. Just give your problems to Him and believe that He has control over your life. And then after you give those things to God, I would just get plugged into anything you can, with good Christian people. Surround yourself with good people, and you'll find that joy that you are seeking. What's been missing in your life? My name is Donny Goddard.
My name is Stephanie Goddard, and I am Metro.
And I am Metro.